I'm gonna show you how I have 15,000 calorie cheat days and still stay lean. The exact plan and how you can make it work for you. Let's get it. Just to get it out of the way, if this video helps you at all, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow here, trying to share some information and get everybody healthier and happier. Now, before we get into exactly what I eat, exactly how I plan this out, let's go over who this is not for. Who this is not for is someone who is looking to lose weight. All right, if you're looking to lose weight or lose fat, this is not for you. This is a lifestyle diet. This is a maintenance diet, and that is it. So just be honest with yourself and stick to it. Also, someone who cannot stay strict to a 6-day-a-week diet. And what I mean by strict is exactly how the plan is laid out, is exactly how you should follow. So there's no sugar, there is no little snacks here and there throughout the week. We are saving all of the good stuff for that one day. And there's science behind it, there's a good reason for it, but most importantly, there's experience behind it. And finally, if you are someone who gets thrown off mentally by sugar or by just going crazy and cannot come back the next day and jump right back into your diet, this is not for you. It is that simple. Now, on the other side, if you're someone who is just looking for a great lifestyle, a free lifestyle, and can stick to a plan 6 days a week, just have that blowout day on the 7th, this is for you. This is your golden ticket to enjoying whatever you want on day number 7. Now, with all that crap out of the way, we're gonna get into 3 rules during the week to follow in order to stick on this diet. Number 1, no complex carbs. No, none of your white carbs, none of your rices, your potatoes, your oatmeal, any of that stuff. None. Our carb sources are going to be our veggies and our beans. I don't know why that just slipped my mind. Our veggies, our beans are gonna be our number 1 carb source. Beans are great because they also come with a higher protein count than your rice or your potatoes. So you're getting that added benefit of having a thermogenic effect with protein and just being more satiated overall. Number 2 rule, no sugar throughout the week, right? So we're 6 days on, 1 cheat day is the way this thing is laid out. You can switch that up a little bit, but just for this video's purpose. So those 6 days, there is no deviating. There is no adding sugar to your coffee. There is no just little snacks here and there grabbing that have any sort of sugar. Save all of it for that 7th day. Your cheat day is going to be monumental. Write this stuff down. If you have a craving during the week, write it down. And maybe that first week you're going to, but trust me, when you have that crazy day 7 and you come back, you don't even want to think about sugar. You don't even want to think about any of that processed stuff for a good 3-4 days. And then you start making your list, and before you know it, your day 7's here, and we're cheating like crazy, and we're blowing things out, and we're having a great time, enjoying our life. This is about being mentally happy as well as physically happy. And number 3, your cheat day, that day 7, you are going to eat in a 12-hour window. So your breakfast is 7 a.m., we're eating until 7 p.m. 9 a.m., we're eating till 9 p.m. And we're fitting everything in that 12-hour period. With all the rules and regulations out the window, we are gonna go over exactly what I eat. So we have our frozen vegetables. I do frozen because it's easier. If things are easy, you are going to stick to them. I am going to stick to them. And that just makes you more consistent on a daily basis. We say with beans, lentils, black beans, chickpeas, everything is going to be down in the description below, the whole shopping list. Our veggies, we have mushrooms, we have peppers, we have squash, cucumbers. Spinach becomes very big as far as volume-wise if you are hungry. If you're running, if you're used to running off of a high calorie, or sometimes just a high carb number with white rice and potatoes, the glycemic effect with that kind of produces a lot more hunger, especially that first week or two that you do this. So spinach can be your best friend. Lettuce, those volume-inducing veggies like that, right? Just throw in more green beans, more broccoli, more mixed vegetables, whatever the case may be. Our protein sources, I go with eggs. We have egg whites. We have Greek yogurt, chicken, and beef. Very simple. All of these are whole ingredients. It's basically like a whole food diet without any white rice, without any potatoes, without any of those complex carbohydrates, right? I throw in sometimes, some days, some cranberry juice for the iodine, and other days grapefruit juice, just because it's great, especially if you like coffee. Caffeine in the grapefruit, about 60 minutes later, really react well together. And these are all organic ones. These are not great tasting juices. And if you ever get them, you'll know what I'm talking about. So for my eggs too, I don't use any spray. I use the macadamia nut oil here. And then for other veggies, or I guess not veggies, but always go with some sort of fermented. So whether it be fermented cabbage, we got sauerkraut, whether it be kimchi, something like that, that just helps with the digestion throughout the week. And when you're leading into that 7th day, that cheat day, it's gonna be your best friend. And leading out of it, it's gonna be your best friend. It just helps digest everything, you gotta break everything up. So that is my basic shopping list. This is what I eat on a daily basis, 6 days a week. So let's show you what these meals actually look like. And that is how easy this is. So here we have a full day of eating, my 6 days a week. Super simple, super easy. When things are easy and simple, you will continue to do them. When you make things taste good, you will continue to eat them. And that is how a diet works. Or I should say that's how you succeed in a diet, right? That's how you become consistent. And consistency is the most important. So with this, we have our breakfast. We have our eggs, egg whites, lentils. For our vegetables, we have our peppers, mushrooms, squash, and then two or three big handfuls of spinach. Don't really measure those out so much, but this is a huge breakfast. Macros and calories right there. So as you can see, pretty filling, pretty good. I might have a cup of coffee with this. We're using only stevia, no sugar, as we laid out in the rules. So then here we come into meal number 2, and this is 4 meals a day. I tend to eat on like a 12, sometimes 14-hour type of schedule, but whatever works for you. If you need to add a meal, you can do that. That's the beauty of this system. We're not counting calories, so to speak. We're just making sure we're getting whole foods in, good quality foods. We're getting our micros as well as our macros during those 6 days that we're not going completely off the rails and enjoying the hell out of our lifestyle. Here we have meal 2. So we have about 2 cups of spinach, or 175 grams. We have chicken, cucumbers, green beans, and chickpeas. You notice a pattern here. We use beans in every meal. Being our only carbohydrate source on this are our veggies and our beans. No fruits. We want to use them as much as possible. Plus, they're a good protein source as well. So we're getting a little bit higher protein in each meal than we would if we just did a meat or just eggs by itself. And they taste good. They really round out the meal. Meal number 3 changes here and there depending on how I'm feeling. So here we have another big salad, another 2 cups of spinach with our cucumbers. We usually add tomatoes sometimes. And our main source of nourishment here is our chicken, black beans in this one, and whatever vegetable, green beans, broccoli, whatever the case, or mixed vegetables, whatever the case we want to use in here. Sometimes I'll take out the salad itself and I'll just eat the chicken, black beans, and whatever veggie in there. I'll have it in Tupperware or I'll make it fresh, whatever the case may be. Just depends on how I feel with that one, but I get at least one of these salads in a day. On that note, for salad dressing, I like to use either this type of jalapeno mustard here. So, I don't know if that'll zoom in on that. But, so it's a Wolber's jalapeno mustard. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Or I like to use G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce as well, which tastes great. And it's only, what, 10 calories a serving. So it works out. It works perfect for the diet. Again, no sugar in either one of these. Or you can always use hot sauce on any of these meals as well. Meal 4, my last meal of the day, never changes. My first meal never changes. My last meal never changes. And that's going to be 93.7 ground beef. You can use a fattier cut if you want. I enjoy it. With that, I always mix in peppers, squash, and mushrooms in that as well, just as I'm cooking it, because I'll cook a big pan of it and then throw it in there and just take from that. It's just easier that way. Some sort of bean. Black beans are usually my go-to for the nighttime. And then mixed vegetables are always my go-to with this meal. I just like the taste of them. And I might throw some barbecue sauce on that as well. With this meal, I also throw my sauerkraut on here because we want that fermented cabbage or kimchi if you like that, just for gut health and just for digestion purposes. So it's great to have. And this whole meal plan here is not only designed to allow you to have that one cheat day and really enjoy the hell out of yourself, but it also balances out your digestion. It balances out your energy. Like, this is one of the most perfect ways I've personally ever eaten in my life. So that is my full day of eating. And you might say to yourself looking at this, Joe, that's super simple. That seems super easy. And you're absolutely right. As I said before, and I'll say it again, simple and easy are what builds that consistency and what allows us to keep going. When things are hard and we have a tough day and then we still have to come home and do hard stuff for the next day, your motivation just disappears. I understand that. So make it as easy as you can on yourself. If you need to take away a meal, take it away. If you need to add a meal, add a meal. Everything is in that description box, the whole shopping list, everything you need to add or subtract to make it to tailor this strictly to your needs. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.